Hi, beautiful Libra. I've done a special full moon and Cancer reading for you guys. It's going to be a pretty deep dive here. I sort of followed my nose and followed a trail of breadcrumbs, and I came up with a very beautiful and interesting reading. It is a general reading, however, so it might not resonate with everyone that watches. If this doesn't resonate for you, Libra, it just wasn't meant for you, and I'm not picking up on your energy. There are 8 billion people on the planet after all. Try watching readings on my other channel, Soma Chandra Tarot, and watch readings for your other placements. You could find the messages that you need there for this week and during the full moon on that channel, or additional messages as well. If you'd like to book a private reading with me, Libra, the link to my website to schedule tarot or any of the other services I offer to my subscribers here on YouTube is down in the description below this video. If you're new, welcome to Soma Chandra Libra. This channel is just for Libra and also Sagittarius. Right now, it is definitely Soma Chandra Libra in the full moon in Cancer. And we did get the moon and the High Priestess to come out. Cancer is a very dreamy energy. And when we get a full moon in Cancer, it's like a double whammy because Cancer is ruled by the moon of planet Earth. And it will bring up a lot of deep and cyclical, beautiful emotions. This is a time to really get in touch with your emotions and acknowledge that they're ever changing. And also get in touch with what drives you in life. You know, in the tarot, Cancer is represented by, yes, the King and Queen of Cups, but there's ever so much more to Cancer. They are also represented in the major arcana by the Chariot, which is about drive and success and overcoming obstacles and challenges to victory. The Chariot and Cancer asks you, where are you going in life? Do you know what drives you? And are you in the steering, or behind the steering wheel? Is the GPS of your soul turned on? If you need help with any of those things, or to get in touch with your feelings, Libra, I can do a tarot reading for you, but I can also help you get in touch with where you're going and how you're feeling through a counseling or a coaching session. All of those services are available on my website, so check them out, because Cancer and the full moon in Cancer make us think about those things. This looks almost like... I'm going to title this reading, and it will take me a little while to get through it, so please grab a cup of coffee and bear with me. This won't be a 10 or 15-minute reading. It's pretty deep. I feel like I want to call this the dark mirror that reveals the golden shadow, which is an idea that the great psychiatrist and one of the fathers of psychiatry came up with, Carl Jung. He describes the golden shadow as something that is revealed when we go deep and look at our demons. And when we uncover them, you'll find the golden shadow within, which is what's really motivating you, that is hidden, and the best parts of yourself. But I see some darkness here that is leading you towards light. It really is. The first oracle deck I used, 3 cards came out initially. I clarified them. I have playing it safe, fear, and hidden motivations. So you're doing okay, but you're maybe kind of playing it safe. And it looks like the reason you're playing it safe is you're afraid of something and you're hiding your motivations. So I used a tarot deck and said, what are they hiding? My goodness, what are they hiding? The first 3 cards that came out were the 6 of Swords, the Moon, and the High Priestess. It would appear that you feel as though you're showing everyone on the surface something good, and that's just playing it safe. It looks like you're afraid to rock the boat because you've just come out of maybe a time of conflict, loss, and change, and no one has time for that. The 6 of Swords is goodbye drama. And I feel like you're kind of dancing in this jubilant world of emotion, your intuition, you're getting in touch with divine feminine and secret knowledge. You may be dreaming of a high priestess. You yourself may be very intuitive this week. Very much so. Getting in touch with the upper realms within your own body. But it would appear that you are manifesting beneath the surface. The high priestess is willing something towards herself or seeking answers within her own emotions, which is good. But also the high priestess, what What do I always say about her? She doesn't show her hand of cards in the poker game of life. She is willing something towards herself. She is seeking her own intuition and even the moon itself for answers. So I wanted to know what that was further about. Not a lot happening. That's not bad, but this is what's hidden. So what she's seeking knowledge about is the Four of Wands, which is a homecoming or a stability. The Lovers, that's Gemini energy, and 2022 is the year of the Lovers. The Queen of Cups, there's that moon in Cancer coming out, and the Ten of Cups. Libra, it would appear that a hidden motivation for you at this time is happily ever after. In all parts of your life, the Lovers teaches us that we have choices. And it's about the total value alignment, a match made in heaven. It's about sex. It's about love and wanting it all here with a happy family, the perfect partner. Some of you are rather intrigued at this time by a Pisces, another Libra, a Cancer, or perhaps a Gemini. But if you're not focused on any of those signs, my big question here, when it first came out, the first thing I thought was, why are they hiding this? Why are you hiding it? If this is what you're dreaming of, why is it underneath the surface with the moon? Why does it have to be a secret? If you're single and you're looking for a relationship, no, you don't want to scare someone off by saying, let's get married 4 months from now or something like that. But make what motivates you clear. Make it clear to others. Perhaps some of you are already in a relationship and maybe you're not very happy about it. And this High Priestess and the moon will keep that all hidden. Maybe you want something else. You might be able to have that with your current romantic partner and your family, but you might not be able to have all of those things with that person. It's time to really get in touch with what you're hiding, and more importantly, get in touch with why you're hiding it. Spirit does not want us to live our life entirely like the High Priestess. She is but one part of the Fool's journey. We move next to number 3 in the tarot, which is the Magician. And that's where we claim power and we manifest. And manifest is a verb, it is a doing. You might not be able to will this life towards yourself, Libra, by hiding it and meditating about it. The High Priestess is only going to get so far without that Magician and some other cards to come in. I was like, okay, well, that's pretty telling. And the full moon in Cancer is a really good time to get in touch with that. I said, show me more. Please show me more. Where are they going? New supportive connections and discovery. But at the bottom of the deck, we have a victim mentality. So you have the mentality possibly right now, Libra, for those of you this resonates with, where you're always seeing yourself as the victim. Maybe you were victimized. You might have experienced complex PTSD or CEN, which is childhood emotional neglect. Perhaps you've had a few failures. Life on planet Earth, we hear no more than we hear yes, and we often fail more than we succeed. It's all cycles of Dharma or karma leading us to Dharma. So it's important to get in touch with where you have been a victim in your life. And do you keep putting yourself in those roles? And ask yourself why. This is not an invalid way to feel, but it's worth exploring. But I love that what you are wanting to move towards is the new supportive connections and this Aries energy of being open to discovery. I like how he's looking at the gold here. Is it real gold? Is it fool's gold? Most air signs are pretty good at discerning that. You guys are detectives in life. And I said, well, okay, we'll clarify this. What are they looking for? What are they looking to, bring in? And what are their superpowers in this situation when we're looking at new supportive connections? And I have the King of Water, the King of Cups, also Cancerian energy, the Six of Air, again, which is that Six of Swords, and the Three of Wands. Well, first of all, Libra, what you're bringing to the table is being trustworthy, compassionate, respected and respectable, and cultured. Your superpower right now, I think, is that you're opening your heart and mind to everyone and everything around you. A King of Cups gives really trustworthy and heartfelt advice, and it's very charitable. It is mastered, the Suit of Cups. Yeah, emotional mastery. Things are looking up and the end of a difficult situation is here. Some of you may want to take a trip. And the Three of Fire, the Three of Wands, abundance. Things are looking very good. Have patience at this time and make long-term plans. This is your advice. This is your advice. Look for people that are emotionally trustworthy and respected and respectable and compassionate. Look for people that have moved past their drama like you have, and look towards the future and be open. You don't need to hide those motivations. Yeah, you really don't. I thought those cards were very telling, really good. This is your advice, and we'll look at that in a minute. I see that you guys have some demons right now. Once some of these cards came out, when I got the hidden motivations and some of the other oracle cards, I pulled out the Dark Mirror Shadow deck to tell us what some of your Achilles heel weaknesses might be. With the tarot overall, I have balance or justice in reverse, clarifying it is justice in the upright. But we do have the star. You are hopeful. You're hopeful. This card combination always says one thing to me. You may be getting some consequence or justice that you have to face and you cannot avoid for allowing imbalance in your own life. When justice comes in reverse, we've been paying more attention to one part of life than another. We often fear the truth and we run away from consequences or important choices. Something might have gone down in a lower or upper court of law for you or someone close to you, and that's coming into play right now. Watch out for the blame game and shifting your personal accountability to other people. Because the only person, it doesn't matter whose fault it is, Libra, the only person that will get consequences for it and face that truth and face that karma is you. And justice can feel really heavy, and it can have an ouch factor to it, and it even feels like a punishment. That's only because of your perception of it. The truth is, justice is a pivotal moment in a spiritual journey. When we stop running from the truth and we face consequences and we're honest and we get into our Libra energy of justice and being the King or Queen of Swords, that's when we're way less likely to repeat all the mistakes that got us to a place of imbalance to begin with and gave us the consequences that we absolutely deserve to get in that moment. If we did not get the consequences and we do not get the justice and we are not facing the truth, we're not living an authentic life. We're not living an honest life. We're living an imbalanced life. You have this moment to examine your feelings and your actions and be accountable for what is true to you and to really see the imbalances in your life. I think it would be a good idea for you, Libra, to just sit down. You know, you don't have to post this all over Facebook or Instagram. You don't have to wear it like the scarlet letter on your shirt for the world to see, but maybe take a minute and think about what parts of my life are out of balance, because your own energy is coming through to say, hey, be honest with yourself. It's time to get real and get honest. And it's time to deliver consequences to other people for other situations that are not serving you, that are pulling you out of balance. You can do it. Have hope, have faith. So the way you're seeing yourself right now, Libra, according to the tarot, is I have heartache and loss, the Three of Swords. I already know that this isn't going to resonate for all of you. Please be patient, you guys. You know, this is a general message. Maybe only parts of it will. Okay, I could be picking up on energy around you as well, that you're about a person that you're thinking about. So it may or may not resonate for you. So when this card came out, I was like, oh, some of them won't be happy to see this, but I do have heartache and loss, and then, which is the Three of Swords, and then partnerships and alliances, the Three of Wands in reverse. Right now, you're having a hard time seeing the future. Right now, you may feel as though your wings are clipped. Right now, you may be playing it small. Also, though, in a positive way, the Three of Wands in reverse can be a time when we just stop standing there on the shoreline waiting for something to fucking come towards us. And we stop and we acknowledge, hey, I'm hurt right now. I'm not really feeling very optimistic. I'm feeling kind of like shit, actually. And it's okay that I feel that way at the moment. I noticed that her corset here is making a heart, and it's right down in her lower chakra. So even though our heart chakra is up here in our chest, her heart is sinking down into her root chakra and her sacral chakra, and even her solar plexus and her spleen center, and allowing herself to feel deep in her gut and in her body her own heartache and pain. For right now, it's causing you to turn around and maybe refocus on yourself. It's hard for you to see the future at this moment. I clarified this with the Kim Krans Wild Unknown Oracle deck. We have the unicorn, but we also have the shark in reverse. This is a bit of a strange card combination, but I think it represents two facets of how you see yourself. The unicorn, I call Libra a unicorn running through a field. Libra is a very eclectic sign. We wear many hats. This is a mythical creature, and I love that this is partly how you see yourself so much, Libra. The unicorn knows its own unique qualities. The unicorn believes in magic and knows it's special. Unicorns are highly sensitive and they cannot be tied down, but unicorns also hide. They have been, from their births, an endangered species. And a lot of people don't believe that they're real. Well, you believe that you're real, but there might be a hiding energy here for you. You may feel somewhat unrecognized, despite knowing how special you really are and knowing magic and your own magic is real. With shark in reverse, this is a looming energy. Shark is this very auspicious energy, but in reverse, it's about circling the waters with something. So watch out for being pushy with people, refusing to address an elephant in the room, or you may feel as though you've been preyed upon in some way. There's something that you have been ignoring that you need to stop ignoring. You may have been circling the waters, waiting for something to come to you, looking for something to devour even, and you might have realized that's not the way to go here. But address anything within yourself or someone else. Shark in reverse and hidden motivations kind of line up for me here, where, hey, you're hiding something and it's what you really want. You already know who you are. It will help you to work through this heartbreak. The way you're feeling right now during this full moon is sacrifice, which is the Hangman, and the Four of Swords. Okay, this is good. I like that the Hangman came in the upright. This is a major arcana card, and I think it is your spiritual lesson that you're working through, the way the tarot sees it, which is that and, justice in reverse. You have surrendered to something. You will pause right now and wait for your own soul and your body here on earth to come into alignment. You may feel like you need to make a sacrifice and just wait to see something from a different point of view. And you feel like you just need to rest and rejuvenate. With the Four of Swords and the Three of Swords, if any of you have had a health issue, I see some evidence of it here because I also have the Devil. All you can really do is accept that there may be some limits to what you can do at this time and that you do need to rest, and you will rest. So working on the surrender, working on letting things go, working on just waiting for a new perspective. But I can see that this will be a struggle for you because underneath that, how you're feeling in the animal archetypes is swan in reverse and rabbit. Simply put, you are struggling with alone time. You are accepting it, but you do not like it. It's difficult for you to do self-reflection. Swan and shark in reverse are saying to you, there's something that you can't ignore that you need to address. And you know that you've spent quite a bit of time alone, or you need to, but when you do that, you struggle, and instead you become this rabbit. He's the hamburger of the animal kingdom, and there is a bit of a hypersexuality to rabbit at times. There is but it's necessary for the survival of their species. And you did get the Lovers, and that correlates for you. So you may have a bit of a Kundalini activation right now. But the rabbit is fearful, and it's waiting to hear from someone. It's waiting for outside information. It is a very alert creature. It looks like you struggle with alone time, perhaps, but I see you trying. I really see you trying. So when I got to this point of the reading, as the cards were coming out, they came out very fast. I was called to pull out the Dark Mirror shadow deck. If you have an Achilles heel or a shadow right now, it is calling the storm, revenge, and forgetting oneself. The full moon in Cancer is a very emotional time. You will experience many different emotions. All of them are valid. The weakest part of you in your shadows, a demon you may be facing, is forgetting who you really are and causing trouble just to get revenge. Well, human beings are very vengeful creatures. We love to fight, and we love war, and we love to win. Unfortunately, we also love to kill. I don't think you want to kill anyone here, of course, but there are moments right now where you forget yourself and you seek to cause a storm and you seek revenge. Get in touch with that and where it might be coming from. I also see obsession down here. You and that high priestess with the moon, and I also have the devil here too. Some of you may have some vertexes or a fixed fate, maybe in your 7th house or your 4th or 5th house, that stem back to childhood, where you are particularly preoccupied with, or even your 6th house, which is the work and duty area of your life. Ask yourself, what's making you so vengeful? What are you so perplexed with? It may just be part of your design to always be perplexed with it, but that doesn't have to rule your life. Watch out for causing trouble just because you want to get back at somebody. I mean, we've all felt that way, but maybe just write them a letter and burn it, or have a conversation out loud with that person and where you get the last word and then just let it go. Yeah. I do have owl at the bottom of the deck, which is beautiful. This is your animal, Libra, the owl, knowledge. I think during the full moon, you will receive a truth and hear a truth. The owl gets advice often or hears a truth, and it can often come in a form that is unsolicited. You did not ask for this truth, but you see it. You will hear it, and you will accept it. It will cause you to want to do a deep dive, but it will also make you fearful. I see a back and forth struggle. But I like your actions. I like your actions. On the surface, we have the 7 of Cups and the 2 of Cups. Choose wisely and spiritual union. Yes, yes. You've gotten some consequences and you will be thinking about them and you will be feeling them, and you want to bring balance. And I have the Tower here too. Yeah, you really want change. You really do. And you know now that you can be open to discovery and making new connections, and you can choose wisely and have a good meeting of the minds with someone important in your life. Make sure you make good choices about who you come into spiritual union with. I clarified this, and I feel like this is a further challenge. A challenge for you when you make choices is ego. Archangel Jophiel says a false sense of entrapment, being overly focused on material things, negative or fear-based thoughts. You may bring that in with you. You may also bring in a need to get revenge on maybe past partners or parents or difficult situations. You're not trapped. You just may think you are. Be focused on what's underneath the surface for people or situations, as opposed to what's on the surface with material, and identify your negative and fear-based thoughts, because you're bringing those in. That's a weakness if you have one. Underneath these choices that you have, 4 cards came out. I have the Hermit, the Empress, the Moon, and the Devil. The last time I did a reading for you guys, or one of the last readings I did, these cards came out. I have used this deck many times. I have shuffled it many times since I did that reading for you guys. And the same cards came out again. First of all, for some of you, this is someone else in your life that you are attached to. This may be a mother figure. These memories, this relationship, and this situation may be holding you back. When I get these cards together, I can see, Libra, that it's really time to be open to discovery, and it's really time to stop playing it safe, because there is definitely all these new supportive connections, but you may feel very withdrawn and emotional right now. Again, with the shadow work, with the moon and the devil, I was like, wow, goddamn, here it is again. Almost the same identical cards. The way out of this is to address feelings of obsession, depression, low self-esteem, isolation. If you're single mothers or fathers, you need a life. You may be wanting to connect to a person that is a Virgo, another Libra, or a Taurus. We have Pisces here, or Cancer, or Capricorn. These may all be qualities that you need to look at in a positive way. Capricorn does bring in really good, important energy. And the moon teaches us to get in touch with our hidden, deeper emotions. The Empress teaches us to have high standards. And hey, guess what? With the Hermit, you bring in a lot of wisdom. I'm seeing that you're open to possibilities, but you struggle to be alone. You struggle to allow people to see how special you are. And you may be waiting to hear from something or someone in particular. Ego and insecurity and a victim mentality may be getting in the way, but do not lose hope. I can see that you're guarded. Spirit says, don't give up. Protect that which you have created. Have courage and believe in yourself. Your advice and your mantras for the full moon from the I Am Everything deck, and I'll leave you with this, are, I am strong. This is a mantra for you right now, Libra. I am stronger than I think I am. I reject victimhood. I almost cried when this came out. I was like, hell yes, I reject victimhood. My strength is in knowing that all of my circumstances are temporary. This is true. Everything is changing in the universe. The whole universe is expanding all the time at the speed of light or faster, and we don't know when it's going to stop, okay? So all of your circumstances are temporary. I focus my attention on what's in front of me, not what's behind you. I naturally move forward into new phases of my life. I am strong. And I am healthy. I honor my body and am grateful for the work it does for me. I nourish my body through self-care. I rest when I need to rest. I eat nourishing meals when I need to eat. And I exercise when I need to exercise. I am healthy. Oh, Spirit wants you to get strong and healthy right now. You know, a little goes a long way. You do not have to look like one of the Kardashians. You can if you want to. You'd have to try. Yeah, that's really good advice. And also, I am receptive. I am open to new ideas. I'm willing to try different methods, and I consider alternative viewpoints. Yes, the Hangman. Alternative viewpoints. Do these alternative viewpoints stress you out? Yes, right now. It's okay. It's okay that they stress you out, but they're still here for you. I welcome intellectual stimulation. I am receptive. You are an air sign, Libra. You need to have yourself a good, juicy, meaty, interesting, brainy, nerdy conversation with somebody right now. Even if you just read something that's intellectual, it will just stimulate that King and Queen of Swords and Knight of Swords and Page of Swords energy within you. That needs to be added to believing you're strong and focusing on health. Be receptive to new things. You don't have to stay in a victim mentality, and you don't have to hide your motivations, Libra. And you don't need to stay inside connected to this darker energy. There's this whole new world to help you bring into balance that which is unbalanced. Don't give up hope. Yeah. All right, Libra, that's your full moon in Cancer reading. I hope it resonates with you. And if it does, I hope it helps you. You can always book a private tarot reading with me, or a counseling or coaching session, or an astrology session if you feel like you want help with bringing some things into balance. The link to my website is down in the description below this video. I'm always listening to the universe for you, Libra. Take care. I love you guys, and I'll see you next.